Hey gamers, how's it going? It's Dom here once again. We're talking Journey of Wrestling today. I'm going to be showing you guys Journey of Wrestling before its Steam release here on June the 5th, 2024. It's actually a game that's been out for a while now. It is free to play on the browser version, but it is coming to Steam for $15. You guys can check it out, wishlist it. I have a link down below. Essentially, we're going to go through this video is we're going to go through and just see what is the game like. It's been a while since I've played Journey of Wrestling. To put in perspective, I probably played it back in high school for a bit, and then just as life gets on, you get busy and whatnot. It's crazy to see this game has actually continued over time. The community has kept it alive, creating new scenarios is what they call it, where you can go in and book to your heart's desire. They've created more and more 8-bit characters and fantasy scenarios here. And if you're wondering about when this game comes out, well, or where are all those scenarios, because they're on the browser, is it going to be on the Steam Workshop? Well, if you actually hit new and you go to community, it's fetching all that information from the database of all those scenarios on the browser. So whether you're looking for stuff that's in the modern time, the start of WrestleMania, there's a default universe. There's some wacky fun stuff that's fantasy themed. So if you're like a fan of Mortal Kombat, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, all that, that stuff's there. I like the Dawn of Legends here, where it's just everybody of all time. So I think that's the one that we'll end up showcasing. This game does have local multiplayer, and hopefully this game gets developed even more, and with the funding of Steam and opening it to even more eyes, I hope they expand on the multiplayer, not only to make it local but online. That's pretty cool. But let's talk about some of the features here for the game on the Steam version that's going to make it more unique here versus prior. Of course, this is the premium paid version, so if you do play on the free version on the browser, there's a couple differences there. You'll see mostly like creating companies, as I mentioned, like the sandbox, where you can just go wild, no limitations when you're booking, be able to create your own company, walk out and create your own company, how you deal with other like competitors. Of course, you can still create your own scenarios, stuff like that, but it's this living universe where stuff is going on continuously as you're booking your wrestlers. So let's go showcase the graphics here. You have your 8-bit style. Each person's gonna be a bit different, as we'll go in here. Do you have segments that you can go and create? You got the leaderboards here for who's creating the most scenarios and edits, most topped off here. So go into user info, you can see what's the most amount of events that I've played. You can link it to your email here to create the scenarios. Game can run full screen, windowed. I'm going to bump up the zoom level here. We'll try 115% right now. I'm not going to flashbang you by doing the light theme, but that's an option there for you in the colorblind mode. But let's go into a new game. I'm going to go over to community and go over to that Dawn of Legends GOAT edition here. So we do have WWF, all into ECW, TNA, AEW. Let's just go in here with WWE. All right. And we can generate competitors. We have the standard grouping here. I can turn certain people off if I just want to have WWE versus AEW. We can create our own custom company. Maybe we'll visit that later. We can run weekly shows, and this basically determines you're running up your build for the next big event, your pay-per-views, premium live events, whatever you want to call them there. You can also draft rosters, or just go in default. You can go normal or sandbox. I'm just going to keep it here. There's some more info that we can go into, but I'm just going to go in and hit play. Alrighty, so let's go in and let's load this database here. It looks like it's going to give us roughly 3,400 wrestlers starting off, so definitely a bunch here. Alrighty, so starting off, we have a couple of call-ups here. We have Draco Anthony, Seven, and Byron Saxton. I know Byron. It does say future commentator. That's his gimmick. Let's go take a look at our roster here. So Punk is our champ, Tommaso Ciampa, NXT, Roman Reigns, Universal, Asuka, MVP, the Usos, AJ Lee, AOP, Becky Lynch. Also, if you click on like AOP as a tag team, both of them show up, which is pretty cool. I believe even factions, like the whole faction shows up. Look at that, we got like King Xavier Woods. So that's one thing that makes this game stand out compared to like all the other little booking games, is most of them like are using like the real pictures and whatnot, but this uses the 8-bit style. So with that, there's a couple of cool little things they can do here with the belts and with the characters. So like if you have a hair versus hair match and they lose, it shaves your 8-bit character's hair. You can also have them grow it over time and change it and change their outfits and, you know, customize it to your liking also for this universe. Get a bit more creative. If there's like weapons, you know, it'll show it, and if there's blood, it'll show it on your dude's face. So that's where I think that they really leverage the 8-bit style there. That being said, let's go in here to our overview. We can see a whole bunch of people here. We have a pretty stacked roster. It actually tells me that my roster is too big. So for the size of the company we should have a max of 180, but we're running 286. Our next event is the Royal Rumble here. So big event there. For this one here, I can book a max of 12 matches or segments, a minimum of 6 here. Now this does include matches and segments here. I haven't played the game recently enough to know too much of the changes, or if you can turn off these limitations here. But that would be something just as you play, you know, it's kind of fun to just figure out. We have our managers here. Let's see, Ricardo Rodriguez here, and he's got a couple different outfits. He's got like a little wrestler outfit. If I go to Punk here, so there's him. It actually shows him with the belt too. So Ciampa. We go to the Indies. So the Bollywood Boys, or the Bollywood Lions as they're called here, Harvind Gurvshira. I can actually negotiate and bring them in. These are people that are available, but the people that aren't available, we can go and send them a talent scout. So for instance, is Ice Cream Jr., I believe we can go and try to recruit him or scout out his information here. Let's try to recruit him. Let's send Brian Wood. Here's a level 1. It's gonna take 1 month here, and the month is your big event. So you know, like if you have the weekly events, depending on if you want to have 4 of them, 1 of them, 2 of them, in between the big event here, and that'll also speed it up getting to the next round of people that you're scouting out. But we have the Bollywood Lions, and we don't have enough space on the roster also, so that's another thing. It's like, hey, you have too many people. Like, these people don't want to work for you because they're not going to get showcased. We can trade also from other companies. So if we go to like AEW, and I said, hey, I want Kenny Omega, and he's at 971 popularity, so I'd have to pick someone just as popular. Cody Rhodes isn't a champion, so we can go there. Can I do Becky? Champions. How about Edge? Edge for Cody, and we'll say we want him permanently. Make an offer, and we should receive a reply in our messages. And our top right messages are here. Trade accepted. We broke barriers. We gave them Edge, and we got Cody, just like in real life. So, now's a great time also to mention stuff here like our goals. So our goals for the year, so that's, you know, all of our big events, 12 events a year, of course, however many weeks. You know, we want to win the craziest match of the year. We want to create a tag team with Elijah Burke and Mike Knox and make them upper mid-carders. And then we want to hold one 4.75 star match or higher. So that one's probably easy. Crazy match might be a little bit challenging to everyone else, and the tag team Elijah Burke and Mike Knox might be a challenge too. But once we do that, we get these things called creative points. And these are your points right up here, creative points. And this is Think of it kind of like for booking your currency. If you're going to go like crazy match types, that's where that takes into account. And we do have our fans right next to it. They have our popularity. These people, the following part-timers have been signed on for limited appearance. So this is appearances per year, by the way. So this is saying like, hey, Logan Paul's only going to work 5 times a year. We need to keep that in mind. These people are thinking about retiring. Johnny Knoxville. These people are thinking about becoming part-timers. Talent management. Say Steve Austin is our talent relations. So a lot of these people here are just going to be our staffing, our staff members. So in this game, I think it's important to remember you're playing as the booker. Sometimes you're playing double duty, owner and booker, managing finances, all that. Here you're getting those goals, you're booking, so not as much of a stress on the financial side. It's more on the booking side. So all right, so we have a dashboard here. We can see some people are injured, we're recruiting, no upcoming matters, talent request. We do have that call up. So Byron, we'd say, hey, you're good, we can bring you up here. So go to book, we can start booking some matches for the Rumble. We can book segments here, so these are all our segments. And we can make even more segments also. Same with matches. Like these are like gimmick matches right now. You can see that some of these are locked, so they have challenges. So it says, hey, if you want to get a tables match, you got to get gold prestige on the ladder match. And I like that because it's like you don't just instantly have all the crazy match types under your wing. You can build them up, as you're booking to also help out your feuds. So book a tag match, go tournament, multi-person. There's auto booker. I don't know what simulator is. I want to click it just in case it auto simulates this event. Going in here, here's our titles. So kind of see what they look like. Here's all of our calendar events. So we go Rumble all the way down to TLC. I got Mania over here, SummerSlam. Here's our active feuds. We can either manually add them, or as we book, it'll be like, hey, these guys should be in a feud. So these are also our gimmick matches for our company. So if our company's more known for certain gimmicks, you can think of like AEW, the Casino Battle Royale, WWE, the Royal Rumble. That's where stuff like this will show up. So we can make custom segments. We have the brand splits. We can set the exclusive weekly show there also. In terms of jobs, we got our goals, activity, what's going on, other companies here, who's in charge, fan history of just stats for the wrestlers, rankings. No top 50s yet, no grand invitational or tournaments. Others, so this is our staffing here, our facilities, and we need to do certain things to upgrade our facilities here. So you can see that this one we need to what is it, so rehab, fresh recovery. I've fulfilled the requirements. Oh, here it is. So 0 out of 5 injuries are covered, 0 out of 8 superstars scouted. So you need to also do the challenge there too. Artifacts, I don't remember too much. I believe as you're just booking, you'll get some new of these popping up, and you can use these different artifacts correlating to the color. So like if you get this gold looking one here, you can allow superstars from other brands to be booked on all shows for the next monthly event. Sage of Toko or call it multiple trained superstars or a faction on the main roster. This blue one here, Wolverine, speed up the return of an injured superstar. This one brings back a random gimmick. This purple one here is a ring return of someone who was retired. So you can see there's rarities also to these artifacts, and they're pretty useful in the sense that, you know, if Flair's retired or Steve Austin's retired, you can bring him back if you have this artifact. That'd be pretty helpful. These special segments here, I don't know too much about. I don't know if you need to have a certain superstar, you know, or what the requirement here is on this one, but I guess we'll just see over time how this pops up. And then this is options here. So if you get tired of booking the weekly shows, you know, the difficulty, you want to save it to a cloud, you can run this offline. By the way, that's a key difference on the Steam version. I haven't mentioned that. So, but let's get into the booking here. Let's go. You book from main event to the bottom, and I think let's start it off with the world title match, the Punk match, I'm guessing. So let's do Punk. Maybe Punk and Cena. So there we go. We can have that, and let's have another match here. So we can select the title also. So the title is on the line. And I'll book a segment here right before that. Do maybe promo. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I see that's where we have our special segments down there. We have a lot of segments we can pick from. There's also a search filter here. We want to search for you know, very particular things. Alrighty, I booked our Heat promo here. So I just, you know, clicked on Punk, went to the top here, selected all, picked Punk, and for this one you only have one participant, so that's something to keep in mind for this one. But there's, you know, 2 participants, even more for some of these. So I'm gonna go book the rest of this card here, and then we'll go and we'll play it. Alrighty, and that's our card here. Something I do want to say that's pretty useful is that when you go into gimmicks and you go to Battle Royale, you can actually do everyone who's not booked. You know, if you want to do the guys, the girls rumble and do random, you can change the number. That's actually really helpful. Also, instead of just, you can pick everyone manually, but just having to auto do that for the men's and women's rumble based on, you know, what you've done. So, and I can also drag this up if I want this to be the main event here, but we'll actually start off with the rumble here. So I'm gonna do a special guest referee match, first blood match, a couple title matches, hair versus hair, show you off you know, how some of these play. We'll hit play, and it's gonna say it's gonna say play the event. Say yes. It gives a preview here of the WWE Royal Rumble for 2050. Some of these people are like hella old probably at this point. So, but we can see we get a little preview image here. We can download it and use it. So we got Charlotte, Punk, and Cena there. It's telling us what matches people are excited for. We also get our predictions here. So people are saying, you know, Punk will retain. They're saying that Evan Bourne's gonna win the Royal Rumble. They're saying Ronda Rousey's gonna keep her hair and Becky Lynch is gonna lose her hair. So yeah, we got some fun matches popping up here. So let's see what we got here. You can pick the winner. We can also add a certain finish here too. But we're gonna simulate this one. So this is all the people in that Royal Rumble, and let's see. Alrighty, so Aiden English here wins the men's Royal Rumble. He's going to WrestleMania to face maybe Punk or Cena, or maybe Roman or Seth. So they continue. This one here, we have a special guest referee match. I can add a certain finish here. I think I'm gonna have cheating, and I want Dominic Mysterio to win. Now, I don't think I did that right because there should have been a person like a little special guest referee outfit when I tried this out with a friend of mine. So I have to see what I did wrong there. But we got some updates here. So it says that Dominic Mysterio is starting to get over with the fans. That's really good to see. Aiden English's overness increased to popular after winning that. It tells us Rey Mysterio bled during the match. Oh my goodness. It said Dom Mysterio and Rey Mysterio started a battle of forums where both kicked each other's heads off. Fans going crazy. Also, you know, so as you book more of these matches, the prestige of that match increases also, which is pretty cool to see. We have a first blood match here. Let's simulate it. We're gonna get Matt Riddle. He's gonna win over Jey Uso, and Uso actually looks like his tattoo was bleeding. his tattoo was bleeding on that one. I wonder if it'll tell us here how it ended. So they put on a hot match. Just said he bled during the match. So yeah, I'm wondering how he cut his arm there. We have a segment here with the car destruction. So here we're gonna pick who destroyed the car. Johnny Gargano is gonna go, and he appeared, standing in front of Alberto Del Rio's car before destroying it with a baseball bat. Next up, we got the hair versus hair match. Simulate that. Boom. We got Ronda Rousey winning that and winning the SmackDown Women's Championship here. You can see Becky lost her hair on the left side. Poor Becky. We have the Raw Tag Team Championship match here. Simulated. We got Xavier in the background managing Kofi and Big E. And New Day wins. Let's go New Day. We're getting some increases to their popularity here. Let's see if we got any notes for that match there. Got the prestige going up. And also the prestige for the titles going up too. That's nice to see. Oh, I probably should have mentioned this here so we can see who entered at first. Roy McAllister, Dean Ambrose number 2. It even just gives us a breakdown of who eliminated 2 during that match. And we can see star-wise, we've already crushed I think it was like 4.75 because the Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch was 5, probably 2.5 stars. So, all right, let's go on next. Interview attack. We're gonna have Roman attack Seth, which will play into a factor to a match later. This one is for both belts, so we're gonna see Charlotte Flair winning here. I don't think the game handles them with 2 belts or multiple belts. Hopefully that gets updated to have belt on both shoulders, maybe one around the waist. Mixed match if you have like a whole bunch of belts carried in your hand. So that'd be cool to see. Next up, we have the Universal Championship match. Simulate that. We got Roman Reigns retaining the belt here. Perfect 5-star match out of him. A little bit of a popularity boost, but actually Seth got the better of that being in that match. So and we can see that over 1,000 popularity, we get a star. And if they continuously win matches or are part of segments and they have over 1,000 pop, they can be what's known as the face of the company. Alrighty, we get a Punk promo here. Punk gets in the ring, talks about how the people in the crowd will never amount to anything. So definitely running the heel shtick here, and we're going to simulate that. Punk does go over. Cena loses some popularity. He is also a face of the company, and Punk is just right there, just one more point. But that is going to be how we end off the Royal Rumble, and we can see the buy rates here for all the events. So we got the most amount of buy rates with the Wrestling Spectator, which tells who's been hired where, what's going on, some fantastic matches, what's being considered for Match of the Year award. I don't think we did anything too crazy, maybe the hair versus hair match, but this guy is saying, hey, I want a title match. That's a no for me, Lars. Sorry about that one. not getting that one, buddy. But and we completed our goal. So we can see the next show is Monday Night Raw, and then 2 shows to the Super Showdown. But that's going to do it here for Journey of Wrestling. Like I said, I'll have a link down below if you want to check out the game. It's a ton of fun. Definitely would love to go and stream it with the friend No Bendos here. And we'll see y'all next time. Alrighty. Peace out, everyone.